Assalamualaikum and good morning. I'm Amalina Binti Hassan from DPN 1B and my group member is Mohamad Aiman bin Ridzuan from DPN 1B and next is Shaiful Mohamad Yazid bin Halim from DPN 1A. Today we will present about our group project Engineering Science, which is a friction. The first is definition of friction. In our objective, we need to understand the meaning of friction and force. The second, to know the friction and force can relate in our daily life. The third, to measure the strength containing a load. Definition of friction. Friction is the force resisting the relative motion of solid surface, fluid layers, and material elements sliding against each other. Definition of force. A force is a push or pull upon an object resulting from the object interaction with another object. Whenever there is an interaction between two objects, there is a force upon this object. How friction and force occur in daily life? The first is walking. We can walk only if we apply frictional force. Friction is what holds your shoe to the ground. The friction present on the ice is very little. This is the reason why it's hard to walk on the slippery surface on the ice. Second, writing. A frictional force is created when the tip of the pen comes in the contact with the surface of the paper. Rolling friction is what comes into play while writing with a ballpoint pen, while sliding friction arises when one writes with a pencil. The third is driving a vehicle on the surface. While driving a vehicle, the engine generates a force on the driving wheels. This force initiates the vehicle to move forward. Friction is the force that opposes the tire rubber from sliding on the road surface. This friction avoids skidding of the vehicle. This is a formula for coefficient of friction. Fmax equal mu r. The unit of Fmax is Newton. Fmax equal the maximum frictional force. Mu equal the coefficient of friction. R equal the reaction normal force. Material and equipment in our project is smooth surface, a can that have volume 0 ml and 300 ml. The next is rough surface. Procedure of our project is the first thing, take both cans that have volume of 300 ml and 0 ml. The second, place the can on the rough surfaces in the horizontal surface. The third, record the time taken by the two cans to reach the designated place. The fourth, repeat the same method from 1 to 3 using the different surface, which is a smooth surface. This is our video.
In this video project, based on our topic 2 friction, we want to conclude about a tin can that have 300 millimeter and 0 millimeter in at the rough surface that have at the tar surface, such as we want to compare about the speed of an acceleration between the can which one is have a more speed in rough surface. And let's see the video. We also can see that in this video we are comparing a speed and acceleration between the can that have a diameter has a 300 millimeter and 0 millimeter in rough surface, and also we also want to compare the speed the in the smooth and flat surface canister containing 300 millimeter volume runs more smoothly than canister B, which does not fill volume 0 millimeter. This show the force on the can A that has a higher force due to the load contained in the volume of the can, because the speed of the can exceed the speed of can B, which has 0 millimeter less volume than tin A. Yes.
Like to share with you about my question of friction. The question is a can of mass 300 gram and 0 gram based on a horizontal surface. The coefficient of friction between the can and the surface is 0.68. A horizontal force T is applied to the can that is just on the plane moving. Find the value of P. P standing for applied force. Before we start, we must identify the can A and can B. Can A has the mass 300 grams and can B has 0 grams. Can A. The formula I use is reaction force equals mass multiply gravity. 300 multiply 9.81. The answer is 2,943 Newton. Equals 2.943 kilonewton. How to find P? P equals 0.38 multiply 2,943. The answer is 2,001.24 Newton. The apply force for can A is 2,001.24 Newton. For the can B, the formula is reaction force equal mass multiply gravity. 0 multiply 9.89. The answer is 0 Newton. And for the find P, 0.68 multiply 0. And the last answer is thank you.
For group, thank you.
Thank you.
Ah,
Uh, for us only, thank you. See you in the next project. Bye.